So this video is another example of how someone tries to use religion to justify and explain away their toxic views on women. Let's have a listen to this and then we'll unpack it together.
Cover this woman as much as possible because then she turns to a man, but basically just to highlight again the realities of makeup and deception that many women will use when it comes to the way they look. Now, why do I keep insisting on that? Because it's a reality. A lot of men come to me after marriage saying that I married someone different, like they're not who they were in the pre-vetting sessions. A lot of sisters insist on wearing makeup and extensions and all kinds of things to deceive men before marriage. Now that is not permissible whatsoever, and many men change their mind when they realize how these women really look.
Okay, so there's quite a lot of things I want to mention here. Let's start with this, point number one. Look, I know a lot of Muslim men can be quite dumb, but seriously, how stupid does one have to be to get married and then realize that women actually look different when they have makeup on to when they don't, and then run to a red pill marriage counselor to look for a way out of this marriage? Really is quite pathetic. Number two, he mentions the need to insist on this issue because it's a reality. That's why he needs to speak about it. But how about this reality? The whole point of makeup is to conceal and beautify. Women have been using it for millennia. It's not a new thing. So obviously, women who are wearing it are trying to present themselves as beautifully as they can. And another reality, this is literally in their nature. And surely as an expert on women, you know that. Number three, if a man can see his prospective suitor is wearing makeup, why not just ask to see her without makeup on? Like, whose fault is it really? Is it the woman's fault for wanting to look pretty for a potential husband, or the man's fault for seeing the woman with makeup on and not asking to see her without it on, if it's that important to him? Number four, yes, men are visual creatures, and that's why in Islam and in the Sharia, men are literally encouraged to see women until they are visually happy. This means that you can even see them when they're comfortable in their home environment, even without the hijab. And this man clearly knows this because he mentions women wearing extensions. So they're obviously being seen without the hijab. Now, unless the man has asked to see her in her completely natural state, then he really has no right to cry about it after they marry. So to reiterate, that Islam doesn't prohibit women from wearing makeup or beautifying themselves, but rather encourage the man to make sure that they are visually happy with who they're seeing before they get married to them. Number five, and this part kind of pissed me off because these dawah bros are always so self-righteous, and yet their righteousness is always selective. It's always when it suits them. So when it comes to this situation, he claims that they are trying to deceive men. But what happened to the sunnah of not making negative assumptions of other Muslims? And how about not judging other people's intentions? And what happened to making excuses for the believer? But no, it's only righteousness when it suits them. And when it's women, they're always guilty no matter what. He accuses women who wear makeup as being deceitful. But it's not deceit, it's visual. You can literally see it on their face. The real deceit is the lies brothers tell when they pretend to be God-fearing and practicing Muslims, when they promise to honor their wives and be good husbands, and all the other false promises they make so that they can win the woman. And then after they get married, they show their true colors. That's deceit you cannot see through, unfortunately. And finally, number six. These are the same men who seek pious girls who don't have experience with makeup or dressing up. And then they complain after marriage saying that these girls don't know how to please them. And when these girls do put makeup on and dress up before marriage, they complain that it was deceit after they get married. These are the same guys who claim to be the alphas and the leaders, but every single time something goes wrong in the relationship, they blame the woman. And that's why I keep saying that this red pill alpha masculinity is nothing but utter bullshit.